We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Detroit Pistons. So Atlanta will get the first possession. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. We've got Mutombo. Dominique Wilkins out there with Smith. And it's Rivers. And it's Caldwell in at the shooting guard. Hill looking it over. Pass to Thomas. Wallace right side. Mutombo grabs the board. Got a piece of it. Caldwell passes to Smith. From past the arc, connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
Over to the wing. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Rodman with the dunk.
We're finding the weakness in the defense. That's the court savvy of Thomas at work.
Rivers passes to Mutombo. Here's Caldwell, covered by Dumars. Thomas against Rivers. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. It's Wilkins on the wing. 6 to shoot. Wilkins against Dumars. Buries it down low.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Rivers. Outside Wilkins, shoots over Dumars, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Dumars, the pass to Wallace. Back to Dumars. Not going to go that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Caldwell. He can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Hill. Thomas goes in, and that one is good.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Rivers passes to Mutombo. Here's Caldwell. There's the pass to Rivers. Smith trying to break loose. Second chance shot, and it's finished off by Rivers as he lays it in.
Now you see the toughness and the competitiveness of Doc Rivers, always looking for the most opportunistic play.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Willis with it. Inside, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Good decision-making with the ball in his hands for Paul Millsap. That's a terrific feed.
Passes it to Billups. And Capella sends it back. Young looking around. And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Hamilton outside. Billups from outside. And the three ball is good.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Smith drives in. Good D by Drummond.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now here's Billups. Pass to Stackhouse. And Drummond kicks to Hamilton. Another three for Detroit. So it's Atlanta now. To the middle. Here's Willis. Off with the layup. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Detroit up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And so in the game for the Hawks, Willis is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Young, it's Smith, and it's Capella in at the 5 down low.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up just as important.
Stackhouse, the pass to Drummond. Down low. And the shot is good. Lambeer's got the lead up to 3 now for Detroit.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Smith with it. Billups picks him up defensively. Now here is Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 2 to shoot. Millsap misses.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Nice shot by Hamilton.
Just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Lambeer against Willis. Dishes it to Young. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Bill Lambeer.
Well, that's the attitude that the coaching staff talked to us about before the game. Heads up, aggressive play, and right at whoever's guarding Trae Young.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
The first one falls.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Dumars against Smith. Outside, Rodman. And Hill has it in the corner. Good on the bucket. Hill's got his first points of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Smith finishing it off.
I would say that Trae Young's pick and roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
Pass to Thomas. Rodman trying to break free. Thomas, no good.
Well, he had a wide open shot, but instead he tried to do a crowd-pleasing circus act there. And as much as I like juggling, that's not effective.
Now, here is Young. It's good. Now just a 1-point Piston lead.
That's Trae Young's role out there to score and score often.
Here's Thomas, and it's sent back by Mutombo. They get it back. Outside Wilkins. It's Young on the wing. Another three for Atlanta.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
A minute 50 left in the first half. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
All right, fans, that was your Pistons dancing. The dance team. Make some noise, fans.
Here's Thomas. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Thomas got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Mutombo misses.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Dikembe Mutombo. Mutombo is some nice D. Caldwell passes to Wilkins. Young for three. Another three for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Thomas. Driving inside. 43 seconds left here in the second. And the basket by Caldwell.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Young against Thomas. Back to Rodman. The pass to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Here's Dumars. No good off the back of the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Young with no one around. Another three for Atlanta.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 13 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last effort. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit? And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
We've got Hill. Dennis Rodman is out there with Wallace. Then there's Thomas. And it's Dumars in at the 2-guard. That's the group for Detroit right now. Throws it up high. And Smith with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Wallace. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Passes to Caldwell. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Dumars misses.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Back to Wilkins. And it's sent back by Wallace. On the wing, Dumars. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Atlanta leading by 6. Caldwell passes to Rivers. From 20 feet out. Rebound, Detroit. Wallace has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
It's stolen by Mutombo. Wilkins against Rodman. Here's Mutombo. Rebound, Detroit.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Wallace, that's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Wallace has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Atlanta calls timeout. A different look here for Detroit. Bill Lambier's checked in for Rodman. Hamilton comes in for Dumars. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Here's Rivers. The Hawks again can't hit. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Hamilton against Rivers. Pass to Willis. Just 5 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Millsap. And he overshot that one, missing. And Hill has it in the corner. It's good from long range. Hill's got 5 points so far.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Rivers against Billups. Millsap kicks to Rivers. Over Billups. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Hawks lead by 1. Rivers against Billups. The 3. And Willis pulls it down. Billups has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Millsap looking it over. Capella finds Smith. And stolen by Hamilton. Outside Billups. Pass to Lambier. Lets it go from 14. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy. All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Rivers against Billups. And here's Rivers. The pass to Millsap. Over Hill. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pistons lead by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Hawks, they've got Smith, Paul Millsap out there with Wilkins. Then there's Kevin Willis, and it's Young in at the 1. Young against Billups. He wants to get to Millsap and does. It's Wilkins on the wing. Over Hill. Here's Willis, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Here's Hill. And the layup's good off the glass. Hill's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Here's Smith. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Smith's got his first bucket of the night. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Timeout. All right. Look who's coming onto the court. Come on.
A different look here for Detroit. Rodman, he's checked in for Lambeer. Dumars comes in for Hill, and Thomas subbed in for Chauncey Billups. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Detroit had some instruction for the guys during the break. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Passes it to Young. No good from outside. The Pistons trail it. Outside Dumars. To the paint. Here's Rodman. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot blocker.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Pass to Dumars from downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just a tremendous all-around player. Dumars at times showing us the deep range.
Young passes to Caldwell. Outside Wilkins. Kicks it to Mutombo. Shot clock at 6. Young's shot is off. The Pistons lead it. Here's Thomas. Excellent D there from Wilkins. Young from deep 3-point range. Again, Young missing.
Not quite enough defense That time around, just lucky he was off.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Smith trying to break loose, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Wilkins has got 5 points in the quarter. Thomas dishes to Drummond. He kicks to Dumars. Pistons passing it around. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Pass to Caldwell. He dishes it to Young. Smith against Rodney. Smith the pass to Mutombo. Shoots over Dumars. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Thomas. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're behind by 1. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ben Wallace.
And he's up over 50% from the field here tonight. And that speaks to how solid his shot selection has been. Nothing forced and really no bad decisions. Just good, smart, offensive basketball.
And then Smith with the dunk.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Thomas. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. Thomas against Young. Over Thomas. It counts. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
It's okay to be a kleptomaniac during a basketball game. Look at those steals totals. A lot of effort on defense tonight.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. There's 53 seconds left in the game. Here's Thomas outside Dumars. 16 feet away. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Young. It's in!
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Detroit with the ball. Outside Thomas. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're up by 1. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Atlanta has possession. And an intentional foul right there.
Isaiah Thomas.
Here's Young. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Ben Wallace. Shooting for Atlanta. Trae Young.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws. Bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 3. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Thomas dishes to Rodney. Can't cash in from close range. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap. And I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Pistons
And they go to the intentional foul.
Ben Wallace at the line for the Hawks.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
And ever since he came straight out of high school into the NBA, there's always been a drive in Josh Smith. He plays like he's got something to prove.
The three from Hill. From deep three-point range, missed. And so it's Atlanta with the W. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.